Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Larry Connors. I want to welcome you to this presentation on programming in Python for Traders 2020, which is nice to see that in front. We're going to go about 30 minutes here. I'm going to walk through what really what the financial markets industry is going through, pretty much a transformation now for the better. And Python is playing a major role in that. So we'll talk about that, some of the benefits of Python. We'll also talk about our upcoming course that we're going to be starting beginning at the end of January. Okay. So before we get going here, I just want to do a quick audio check. If you're good on your side, if you just please type in a Y or a yes, I can see your responses in on my screen. But again, Steve, Frankie, great. Tim, do you see? Okay, good. Great. Thank you, everyone. Excellent. Okay, so everything that we look at here today is based upon simulated test results. It's not based upon actual trades, and there's no guarantees of future returns. So again, I'd like to welcome everybody. A few questions here. Who here already Pythons? Does anyone here already program in Python? Can you type in a Y or a yes if you do? Okay, see a few of you and some no's. I would expect more no's. Excellent, thank you. Anyone here program in TradeStation? I recognize some of the names, so I know a few of you do. Who here programs in TradeStation? You type in a Y or a yes? Okay. Oh, that's good. A number of you do. Yeah, I think you're going to like what you're going to see here. Who here programs in Amy Broker? I also know a handful of you program in Amy Broker. Can you type in a Y or a yes? All right, a bunch of yeses just came in. Great. Okay, good to see here. Does anyone here not program yet and would like to learn how? Does anyone here not program yet? Can you type in a Y or a yes for that? Okay, so there's a few of you here. Just to let you know, if you have no programming experience, you're fine. Okay, we've now taught this course multiple times. It also comes with a full money back guarantee. We're going to have you up in programming in the guarantees. We're going to have you up in programming in under 6 hours. You do not need any type of programming experience to be able to take and succeed in this class. Okay, so the objective of this webinar is to share with you why Python has become the hottest programming language on Wall Street. It's now being used by the biggest and the best quantitative trading firms in the world. I'm going to share with you who some of those firms are. We're also going to teach you the benefits of Python and how it can make you a more successful trader and allow you to build better trading strategies. Okay, so why Python is the programming language choice by many of the biggest and best trading firms in the world. This is basically, if you're not trading in Python, you or anyone else in the world, this is what you're missing. Okay, so the best trading firms in the world, they have the resources and the capabilities. They can program in any language that they like. Okay, they also have the ability to hire the best and smartest traders in the world. Okay, and when you look at who they're hiring, and this has become more and more prevalent. Okay, we saw this at the beginning of 2019, and now as we head towards the end of the year and head into 2020, this is accelerated. The hiring process is accelerated for people with Python backgrounds. Okay, there's one major theme. They're hiring traders with Python programming skills. Okay, and you only have to look at the professional job boards to see this. And here are a few of the top firms who had job searches going on. We can continue to update this list because this is just a constant theme in there. The best, the biggest and the best trading firms out there, they want traders who have Python programming experience. And we're going to see why in a couple of minutes. Okay, they're requiring the traders and the researchers to program in Python. And there's really only one reason why they're doing this. Okay, they obviously believe that Python is leading to greater trading profits. Okay, they can choose any language that they want in the world. They can do any. They can pretty much, they're obviously going to dictate. And the number one objective, obviously, because they're in the financial markets, is the number one objective is profitability. They obviously believe that Python is leading to greater trading profits for them. If you take a look at some of the firms that have had job searches this year for them, and again, you can go far, we can keep going further and further in this. But for example, AQR Capital Management, the second largest hedge fund in the world. You see here the positions for a risk research associate, what you'll bring proficiency in programming, Python preferred. We go over to Citadel, which is one of the largest hedge funds in the world, and Ken Griffith is one of the billionaires in the world, a global fixed income trader. So not only equity trading desks, but we see it on fixed income desks. We see it through all the desks over there. Skill set requirements: advanced proficiency in Excel and experience with the programming scripting language, Python or R. What we're seeing here is that R is becoming the demand for that. It's less and less. The demand has become greater and greater with Python. Morgan Stanley, quantitative investment strategies research associate, primary responsibilities, proven track record using MATLAB, R, Python, C++, or comparable programming language to solve complex programs. A few years back, you wouldn't have seen Python there. Today, you see that standing out. Again, this is where this is now gone. Paul Tudor Jones, famous hedge fund manager. This position is for a quantitative analyst, Tudor Investment Management here in New York City. Skills: Python programming skills with pandas. You will learn pandas in this course, okay? And we take a look at Millennium Management. Izzy Englander is another billionaire there. Millennium is one of the great funds that are out there. Some of the best traders in the world work for Millennium, okay? It's a quant developer for a startup position. And you could see this is a more advanced position over here. We saw some of the earlier positions for someone would consider to be entry-level positions. This position is not an entry-level position. This is a much more advanced position. And you could see from the qualifications and skills required, you're looking for graduate level trading in quantitative field. So CFA, FRM, or CQF is a plus, at least 10 years of professional experience and proficiency in at least one data science stack, Python or a Spark. Point 72, Steve Cohen's firm, senior research trader over there. And again, we take a look at the requirements that they're looking for. This is a very precise position that they were looking to hire for. Looking for people with very experience working with U.S. equities, intraday or tick data to create short-term forecasts less than 3 hours, which were successfully deployed in production. Experience creating multi-day forecasts, which were successfully implemented. So that's on a short-term trading basis, likely on a mean reversion basis would be my assumption there. Experience with intraday event-based forecasts, and they're looking for that person to primarily conduct their research using Python, capable of creating their own specific research tools if needed. Okay. So not only are the major hedge funds and trading desks out there requiring the people who are coming in as traders to be proficient in Python, but you take a look at someone like Rob Carver. Okay, so Rob Carver is one of the legendary names out there. He was the former head of fixed income trading at the multi-billion-dollar quantitative hedge fund AHL. He's also the author of 2 very good books, Systematic Trading and Smart Portfolios. And Carver published an article that basically said that the best coding languages, basically went on to say that Python is the preferred language of many quantitative traders because of the extensive availability of packages for data analysis. So, again, think about this for a second. A person like Rob Carver's status can basically hire and suggest and make recommendations to any type of programming language that's out there. And what is Rob Carver saying? It basically is he's choosing Python as the preferred language of many quantitative traders, okay? And then one more. This came in from eFinancial Careers, which is basically what the industry uses to people use this as basically a resource to be able to guide them in their careers at various stages of the careers, all the way from entry level all the way up to senior positions. They wrote an article a few months back, and the article said there's no future for traders who don't know Python. And we're seeing this more and more. The people who have gone through, for example, our Python class, they are far from the things they're able to do. We've heard this over and over again. The things they're able to do, they were never able to do before. And then going forward, they're getting better and better and better as they use Python. For anyone here who is basically looking at this on a professional level, there is no future, according to Financial Careers, for traders who don't know Python. And again, you could see that just from all the job searches that were going on. Python gives you large advantages versus the other languages that are out there. So we can show you dozens of these examples, and now tens of thousands of professionals at the top trading firms around the world. They do their programming in Python. They're not doing it in retail products like TradeStation or AmiBroker, and this means it has no disrespect to those firms or those platforms. TradeStation, I started in my backtesting back in the 90s. I started with TradeStation. We then moved to AmiBroker back about 15 years ago. We built up a large platform of AmiBroker backtesting. And then I got a look at Python. And basically, after spending time doing a deep search on this thing, earlier this year, we looked what Python could do. We've now migrated the majority, the overwhelming majority of our trading strategy research over into Python. It's now running up to 98 to 98%, 98 to 99%. And anything I'm really doing on Amy Broker, it's really just out of requests for customers, previous customers who had any type of request from us. We just pass it along. We're doing, pretty close to 100% of our programming in Python. Okay, so if you're serious about your trading and want to join the elite trading professionals around the world, and really not a bunch of retail traders. This is retail. This is retail. Again, take nothing away from TradeStation and Amy Broker. They're fine platforms, but they're not professional platforms. And you just saw from all the professional firms out there, they want traders that program in Python. So if you're not doing it, it really is a must. And if you're not doing it, you're essentially falling behind the rest of the world on the professional side that's gone there. So briefly, our story is that the lead instructor here is Kane. Chris came to work for me as a consultant a little over a year ago, and Chris brought Python to me. He was doing all the programming, his own programming in Python, and he showed me things that I could never imagine happening. He was running tests, and I'm used to having tests run in a certain way, in a pretty high level on Amy Broker. Chris showed me things he was able to do in Python with some of my strategies. And after giving this, going deeper and deeper and deeper, we basically made the decision. It was an easy decision. Move over to Python, and there's been no looking back. So Amy Broker and Excel, they've both been good to me. My clients, TradeStation was good to Chris. Chris was previously doing his programming on TradeStation, but we both realized in order to keep up with the professional quant firms, we needed to move to an open source, professionally used language. And that language, as so many quant firms have found, is Python. Okay, is everyone good with this right now? Just type in a Y or yes, because this is basically the background and why so many of the trading desks have moved over. All good? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so here's why many of the top quant firms use Python and why you should too. So there's many reasons why Python has become the go-to programming language for these multi-billion-dollar funds. And this includes, number one, it's easy to learn. You can learn how to program Python in under 10 hours. In fact, we guarantee that you'll be programming in Python no matter what your programming experience is. You'll be up and running in 6 hours. If you're not up and running, we provide 100% money back guarantee. This is how sure we are that you'll be able to be up and running. So in 10 hours, you'll be able to do in-depth research. You'll be able to code more complicated trading strategies, and you're going to be able to analyze your backtested results better and faster than ever before. Number two, it's faster than most language. And what this means is you'll spend less time writing your code, which leads to you having more time analyzing your results and improving your strategies. Number three, very important, it's open source. And what this means is you'll have access to the same trading code and tools created by many of the best researchers, programmers, and traders in the world. There's a global community out there. It's available 24/7 to answer any questions you may have. Python's widely used. It's well documented. It makes solving coding issues a breeze. And if you're stuck on a coding problem, there are many people out there to help you. And in fact, we've seen this. Even a quick Google search usually answers your questions. It's a great thing about open source. Number four, Python has the best libraries for data analysis and quantitative trading. What this means, again, is that you're going to be using the same tools as the professional quant trading desks and hedge funds do. And this can't be said for other languages like TradeStation and Amy Broker. And this means you'll find edges in the market faster and more efficiently than ever before. So how to program with the same tools as the best quantitative trading firms? If this interests you, if you're interested in joining the ranks of the best quantitative trading firms in the world, and that includes the firms we looked at, including Tudor Investments, Point72, Millennium, Citadel, hundreds of other professional trading firms, we're offering a proprietary 10-hour programming in Python for traders course. It begins on Tuesday, January 28th, 2020. Okay, and here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through a class outline. This is important. What we do, and for any of you who have taken any of my courses before, Chris teaches this course, but any of the courses that we put out, we do everything on a step-by-step basis. Each week builds upon the previous week. We get that baseline in place, and we keep building and building and building. There's clear objectives, on what we're looking to accomplish and looking for you to accomplish on a weekly basis. Week number one, no matter what your background is, you're going to gain the foundation in order to do your back testing, do your research, and also to do your signal generation. This foundation is going to lay the groundwork for you to scale into upcoming weeks. You're going to have a homework assignment, okay? Voluntary homework assignment, but the more you put into this, the faster, more proficient you're going to become in doing this. Your homework is going to include learning how to do technical analysis calculations in Python, including right after the first class, you're going to know how to do testing using moving averages, RSI, and other major technical indicators used by professionals. That's the base that's going to be put into place. Week number two, you're going to begin back testing in Python. You're going to be writing code in Python and testing strategies and signals to find market edges. For example, you're going to be writing code using the 2-period RSI and the 3-period RSI or the 4-period RSI on various levels. So for example, the RSI below 30 or RSI below 20. By the end of week number two, you're going to be able to test various market conditions. For example, overbought and oversold conditions, and then you'll be able to calculate the historical edges that exist in those conditions. Again, you're going to be doing all this in Python. Week number three, you begin writing full-fledged trading strategies, and this includes allocating capital to trades, adding risk management tools, and analyzing portfolio returns. At the end of week number three, you're going to be able to run more advanced back tests of your trading ideas and your strategies. Week number four, you'll be analyzing your back tests, and this includes analyzing your cumulative returns, analyzing the risks of drawdowns, volatility, etc., analyzing correlations through time, and also a deep dive into analyzing individual signals in order for you to see when and how to best optimize your trading strategies. Okay, and then we go to week number five. You're going to be writing more advanced back tests. This includes creating signal list generation, managing a portfolio of multiple securities. You'll also learn advanced concepts in position sizing in order for you to optimize the edges that you find in your strategies. By the end of the course, you're going to have the ability to find your own market edges, build your back test, and do a deep analysis on the test results. Okay. Also in week number five, what we share there is we release a strategy, the Connors Research Weekly Strategy. It's included. And what also we include, we give you the code. This is Chris's code for you to be able to see how Chris wrote it. You're also able to take that code and be able to run it there immediately. Okay. Strategy, easy to understand. It's simple to trade. It's achieved significantly higher returns and lower drawdowns than the overall market. So to put this in perspective, this was updated through the end of 2018. We'll update it through the end of 2019. This year was obviously a bull market, so I suspect these numbers did just fine this year. But if you take a look with the strategy here, you see versus SPY during that time period, the returns 3.7% higher, lower volatility, significantly lower drawdown, Sharpe ratio more than 2 times better. And you see in a marketplace where they claim there is no alpha, at least on a look-back basis, there's been over 7% in alpha there. All class members are going to receive the rules, the advanced analytics for the strategy. You can use this immediately. And the Python skills, you're going to have the Python skills. You'll be taught how to do this. You'll also be able to further test the strategy, get the signals for the strategy as soon as it's given to you in class. Okay. So here's what you'll receive as part of the class. Number one, you'll receive immediate access to the first 3 sessions of the programming in Python for Traders course. So if you sign up today, you're going to be able to get up and running. What we're going to do is we're going to provide you with all the class materials for the first 3 sessions from the class that recently graduated. We've graduated 3 classes this year. They've all successfully graduated. We're going to give you the most recent classes materials there. Okay, this includes all the class materials, the recordings, and immediate access. There's a consolidated Facebook group for people who, if you want to be on, if you want to be part of a private Facebook group, specifically focused on programming in Python. Chris is part of that group. He answers questions. It's ongoing. There's a lot of smart people in that group, and included in that group are a number of professional traders, some fund managers in there. People have family offices, or run money also for family offices. A lot of smart people there. You'll be able to do it. There's also some people on there that just really have the basics down from the course, and then are building from there. You'll be able to join that group immediately. What this means is that it's going to allow you to hit the ground running ahead of the official start of the class. Okay. Number two, what the course runs is, what the course does is it runs 5 weeks. So what we do is we meet for 5 consecutive weeks online from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. The class does run 2 hours. Sometimes there's a lot of great questions. Chris stays until the last question is asked. And I've seen Chris stay. I've seen a couple of classes where they just kept asking questions. They kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. It was fantastic. It ended at around 7:15. But officially, the classes run from 4:30 to 6:30. If you want a primer, if you feel like you need any type of primer, we're going to do it the night before, Monday the 27th. There's a primer class in there, and that's basically an introductory primer to Python. It's a bonus class. Next night, on Tuesday night, beginning on January 28th, Python and Pandas Foundation will be put in place. And as you saw, one of the job requirements was Python and Pandas Foundation. So you're going to have that base in place. In the first week, session 2 will be the following Tuesday. That will continue on until you're proficient in developing more complex strategies by the time you graduate on February 25th. If you cannot attend a class live, it's like all our courses. It's recorded for you. You can watch it for as many times as you like. If you have any questions along the way, you can email Chris. You can also he'll answer you directly. If you want to post it on the Facebook group, he'll answer it there, whatever is best for you. After each session, you're going to be given a homework assignment. The homework assignments are there to guarantee you successfully programming trading strategies in Python. And as each week passes, your Python programming skills will improve. By the end of week 3, you're going to be writing full-fledged trading strategies in Python. If you're not, again, we provide 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not there, we provide that money-back guarantee. By week 5, you'll be programming and analyzing advanced strategies in Python. Okay. Number 5, and this one is important. And let me just make sure, is everyone good with the first 4? Because I want to talk about number 5. This is really a big bonus here, a large bonus, and this is really turned into a windfall. So if you just type in a Y or a yes, all good there? Okay, great, thank you. So there's a platform out there called Quantopian, and Quantopian is a free database and testing for a database for Python. We've gotten to know the CEO and founder of Quantopian. We've spent a lot of time on their platform. We do all our back testing on the platform. They have a tremendous amount of, not only can you write your code up on there and drop everything in, and or take Chris's code. You're going to be given a lot of Chris's code. You can drop it in immediately. But they have data that is not available for free elsewhere. So Quantopian is one of the largest resources in the world for quantitative trading strategy development. The database is available for you to pull the data and build your trading strategies, okay? What they have on there is they not only have technical analysis up there, but they have a deep amount of fundamental analysis there and also quantitative analysis in there, and it just keeps going and going and going. A good part of the data that they have in there is free. It's available to you. So if you're paying for your data elsewhere, you may be able to drop that and then go over to Quantopian. Quantopian is simple to use. We actually have a recording to get you up and running in there, but it's simply logging on and just getting up there. It is very, very simple. We're going to be programming in Quantopian together throughout the class. So as Chris is teaching the class, you'll watch Chris do it, but you can log into Quantopian at the same time, and you can program along with Chris in your Quantopian account there. Again, there's no cost. Quantopian charges nothing for that. And in having discussions with them, they just keep going deeper and deeper with this. You'll be programming, again, along with Chris. It's gaining hands-on experience. In our opinion, this is a better and smarter way for you to learn how to program. You're going hand in hand with your instructor, Chris, and you'll see some of the testimonials that Chris has received. This is our highest rated course over a 20-year period of time. To be able to program along with Chris is a big, big plus, okay? As each week progresses, you're going to receive all of Chris's code. Chris is going to write this code throughout the class. You'll be able to get his code. And as a bonus throughout the course, Chris will be supplying you with pre-written trading strategy scripts. So you can take a number of trading strategies, going to write those trading strategies for you, and you can immediately apply it, and you can also customize it to your liking. Okay. Week number 4, going to be releasing the strategy. You're also going to get the Python code, Chris's code, further research it, begin trading with it. Strategy itself, easy to understand, simple to trade, and as you saw, has achieved in the historical testing, higher returns, lower drawdowns than the overall market. Majority of the stocks in there are identical to what's in the S&P 500. Facebook group we just talked about for the classes interacting. Chris is pretty active on the group daily. He answers any and all questions as they relate to Python up there. There's a lot of knowledge gained in that group. If you're comfortable being on Facebook, which the majority of people are, again, it is our own private group, and Chris will be able to provide ongoing instructions to you pretty much on a daily basis to ensure your growth and your success. We're going to be coding in real trading strategies together as examples, and this is important. Having Chris as an instructor, Chris spent 10 years as a fixed income trader. He was on a trading desk there. Having a real trader there, and then he went off to manage his own money. Having a real trader there is a big plus. There was another course that was out there that basically the gentleman who taught the course, it was tied into trading and investing. He went up there and basically just started throwing in some things, I believe, as it pertained to Bollinger Bands. And then some people asked some questions, and he came out and said, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a trader. I just grabbed this just to do it. That's not true here. Chris is primarily, he's at first a real trader. So you're having a trader who is world-class in programming, teaching, and that makes a large difference, okay? After graduating class, you're going to receive a certificate of completion in programming in Python for traders. You will be proficient in programming in Python, okay? Number 11, this is the only Python for traders course available in the world that we know of that has a combination of live classes and unlimited access to the recordings of class materials. It provides you with weekly homework assignments, full-time support through our Facebook group. Put the questions up there. Again, Chris is up there pretty much every day. Coach trading strategies together in class, and pretty much guarantees you success by offering you a full money back guarantee, okay? So these are the 7 reasons to take programming in Python for traders. Number 1 reason why the major quant trading firms require the traders to know Python, it's because it makes them smarter and better traders, and it will do the same for you. Number 2, Python is more professional. Again, taking nothing away from TradeStation and AmiBroker. These are retail platforms. Okay? Python is a professional platform. The best trading firms, they don't program in AmiBroker. They don't program in TradeStation. They program in Python. By learning the program in Python, you'll be able to be joining the elite trading firms. The objective of this course is in 5 weeks to move you out of that closed source retail world that you have in AmiBroker or TradeStation, and move you into the open source professional trading world. Number 3, it's open source, which means you'll have the opportunity to interact with as many of the best trading programmers and researchers from around the world. Number 4, as you can see, it's growing, rapidly growing, and it's on the cutting edge of quant finance. You're going to be joining the largest quant finance community in the world. And this community continues to grow and become even stronger at a very rapid pace. As new tools are developed, you'll also have immediate access to these new tools to further improve your trading. Number 5, you'll gain access to one of the largest databases available for traders for free. And this is a phenomenal bonus. Quintopian's data is clean. We use their data. I mean, data integrity is very important to us. We've been multiple decades of using data. Quintopian's data is clean. It's used by professionals, and this includes technical analysis data, fundamental data, sentiment data, social media data, economic data, and continuous futures data. By the end of this course, you're going to know how to take this data and build trading strategies around it. Number 6, you'll have live interaction with Chris. And Chris has over a decade of professional trading professional trading desk experience. He managed a book of over $400 million. Chris now manages his own money full-time. He built his strategies in Python. This is your opportunity to learn directly from one of the authorities in programming successful trading strategies in Python. Number 7, our guarantee. If you're not successfully programming strategies in Python, by the end of week 3, we provide you with a 100% money back guarantee. That's how sure we are that you'll be joining the ranks of the many tens of thousands of professional quant traders from around the globe who program their strategies in Python. Okay. Some of the feedback here in the class, I'll let you read through this. I will point out that this is our highest rated class. We started trading markets back in 1999, so this now makes 20 years. We've taught a lot of classes there. Many of our classes are ranked very high. The feedback to me is very important. We take the feedback very seriously. We look to improve the classes based upon the feedback. Chris's course is the highest rated course we've ever offered. And you'll see this all the way through. So we ask people to rate the course, 10 being the highest. How would they rate it? You'll see a bunch of 10s, a bunch of 9s and 10s, but mostly 10s all the way through. Well structured, yes, the material is right on target for me, and immediately useful content in pace. You can see here, this next gentleman, number 10, you rated it a 10. And additional comments. I've never seen another course offered with these specific objectives for Python trading. Very helpful. This gentleman had a Python background, and as you can see over there, he had never seen any course that was like this before. It's very positive. This gentleman said that he was confident the course was going to make him a more successful trader. And as you can see, the interaction for Facebook was good for him. Good exchanges of ideas, helpful to learn from the questions of others. This gentleman here rated the course a 10. The course exceeded his expectations, and he was confident it will make him a more successful trader. Okay. This person here, I'm confident the course will make me a more successful trader. Very helpful in clarifying and updating the content between sessions. That was tied into the Facebook group. Proficiency, and this is important here. You'll see we've had people take this course who have had masters in science and computer science, all the way to people that had minimal to no experience whatsoever. And they all come back to the same place, that they found this course to be extremely helpful. So no matter how much programming experience you have, whether you have a master's in science and computer programming, or if you're just starting here, you'll be able to take this class and it will be there. So this gentleman here had a great amount. I'm not quite sure how much amount, but I would guess that he might be one of the people that had a master's in science and computer programming. And as you can see, he would recommend the course without hesitation, George Balakis. Okay. Rated a 10, material was right on target for him. Another gentleman, a great amount of experience. This person here came in with experience from Amy Broker. You could see he would recommend this to a family, a friend, or a family member without hesitation. The additional comments are good. The class are interesting. Class had a nice balance of programming, trading strategies, and intro into the Quintopian platform. Chris did a great job at introducing concepts where they mattered most. His examples and explanations were timely and clear. Okay. Another 10 over here, and you can see confident going to make him a better trader. Facebook group was most useful for asking questions, but also ideas, links to articles, videos, books, recommendations from Chris and the other students. Again, it's a vibrant community there in our private group. You can be part of that too. Okay. This gentleman here had more experience. He did it on Amy Broker, and he said would recommend it, yes, without hesitation. Rated a 10, will make him more successful. Time is his challenge. So it was up to me to get immersed in Quintopian. No question, this was the jump start he needed. Rated a 10, more successful trader, and very helpful for Facebook. This gentleman took a class with minimal programming experience, okay? And he said, it's an excellent program I could use to immediately improve my trading. You know, we saw some things there from experienced programmers. And again, a handful of these people, again, had high-level degrees. Here's a gentleman that came in with minimal programming experience, and it was done on Amy Broker. He said he could immediately use this to improve his trading. There's another 10 here, and overall experience at Facebook, great. Lots of tips, additional information were posted onto Facebook. Programming proficiency, some. It was on TradeStation, Andre Belitsky, and he said, yes, without hesitation, he would recommend this class. Okay. And another one, yes, without hesitation. It's a great place to start learning Python specific for traders. This was a great class, and I'm glad I took it. Okay. So if this is of interest to you, if you'd like to register for this class, this is how you can do so. The price for the programming in Python for traders is $24.95. This includes 5 live sessions, all the class materials, the new weekly strategy, and the recordings for each of the classes for you to watch and learn from as many times as you like. You'll also receive the first 3 classes of the past classes materials immediately. You can get up and running, be up and running immediately. Okay. Like we do with our other courses, we have an early bird special pricing. So if you sign up by Friday, December 27th, which is this Friday, you'll be able to get into the course for $9.95. It's a $1,500 savings. If you're going to do this, take advantage of that. That's a substantial savings. If you sign up online, please use the promo code Python1. That will assure that you get the special pricing. You'll also receive, upon signing up, you're going to receive immediate access to the course, all the class materials and recordings, including our most recent class, Chris's code from throughout the class, as well as the new strategy. First class, we're going to get together Tuesday, January 28th at 4:30 p.m. If you'd like to move ahead with this, you could do so. You can call this number right there. Tim Kiggins will be able to assist you with that. He can also answer any questions. Tim is a graduate of the class. He's also worked for me for a number of years. And Tim is a full-time professional trader. Tim will be able to assist you there. If you'd like to just do it online and keep it simple, you could just click that right there, the click here to register online, and you'll be up and running. You'll gain immediate access to the class. And again, if you sign up by this Friday on the 27th, the price is $995. You'll save the $1,500. And please use that promo code Python1 to show you have that savings. Okay. So I want to thank you for being part of this. I very much appreciate it. And hopefully we will see you. We'll be together in class on January 28th. What I'd like to do now, first is I want to take any questions you have, but on your side, is everyone good? Are you good on your side? If you just type in a Y or yes, I want to make sure everyone is good. And if you have any questions here, please type them in. I see, Paolo, you have a question here, so let me answer that. And thank you for all the yeses. That's good. There's Python connection to European stocks data. So, Chris, if you're out there, I can see Chris's answer. Pavel, there are other platforms. Python is applicable. Well, there's two parts to your question that will answer. You can use Python on any market around the world, okay? And that's any equity market around the world, any financial markets, whether it's futures or whether it's fixed income or whether it's currencies. So that's there. As far as a data source goes, let me just see what Chris answers here for the data. So yeah, this is what I thought. So Quantopian does its back testing, uses US equities. It doesn't use international equities as of yet, though they told us, because we have a number of clients from around the world. They told us that they do expect to expand somewhere in the future with those European markets there, with the data there. But again, just to manage expectations, you will be able to use the knowledge gained here, but on Quantopian, it's going to be with the U.S. markets. Okay, Pavel, let me know if that answers your question. Thank you for that. Kim, you have a question. Can Quantopian test ETFs or just individual stocks? ETFs are included, Kim. So it has individual stocks, it has ETFs. They also separate things into universes. So for example, they have a universe that's pretty close to the S&P 500 universe. It's called the Q500. And what that is, for example, the 500 most liquid stocks in the US. We did we use that. We use outlets. We've moved a lot of our research over from the S&P 500 into the 500 most liquid stocks. There's a great degree of overlap. The majority of the stocks in the S&P 500 are also the most liquid that are out there. ETFs, yes, there is a large universe of ETFs there available on Quantopian, and all that data is free. Okay. And Kim, what we'll also do, to go further with your question, and this is for everybody, going onto the ETFs. So you may know this, and some of you also may know this, because there's so many, let's call it, many ETFs now have been replicated by other firms. So there's a sponsor, and then they get replicated. Chris will show you ways to be able to build universes so that replication can basically be minimized there. So for example, if there's a signal, for example, over into, let's say, a country in Europe, for example, on their ETF, if there's multiple ETFs over there, Chris will show you ways to be able to manually minimize that. Okay, and that's for everybody. Yes, definitely on ETFs, and we use that ETF universe as part of the class. Pablo, you're welcome. Good. Kim, let me know if that answers your question. Thank you for that. I'm good. Okay, good. All right. I believe that wraps us up here. Thank you for those questions. If you do decide to move ahead, do so before Friday. If you want to get up and running right now, you can get going. You can call Tim right there at this number, or you can click online. I want to wish everyone happy holidays, and very much appreciate you being here. and we'll see you again. We'll be together in 2020. So again, thank you. Happy holidays, everyone. Have a great day now. Bye-bye.